Hi, welcome to the Crypto Republic. Before we dive in, if you're serious about staying ahead in this once-in-a-lifetime financial shift, make sure you like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Republic. This is where we break down the insider moves, the market mechanics, and the truth about XRP that nobody else is telling you. Stay informed, stay early. Guys, the brand new rich list has just dropped, and what I'm about to show you is absolutely mind-blowing. Most people have no idea how powerful these numbers really are. But once you see it, you realize just how insanely early we are to one of the biggest financial resets of our lifetime. Forget the headlines, forget the noise, forget the so-called experts, because this rich list doesn't just expose where the money is, it proves how tiny this opportunity still is. For years, critics have tried to shut down XRP with one lazy argument: market cap. They say XRP can't go to $10, $20, $50. The market cap would be too high. But let's stop for a second. Do these people ever explain how market cap is actually calculated? No. Do they ever break down how a few $100 million flowing into an asset can ignite hundreds of billions of dollars in market cap? No. Here's the truth. Market cap is not a wall. It's not some ceiling that can't be broken. It's just price times, circulating supply. And price? Well, price is moved by buy orders, sell orders, and liquidity depth. That's why thinly traded markets can explode with relatively small inflows. And that's exactly what happens in crypto, especially with XRP. So when people say it can't hit double digits because of market cap, what they're really saying is they don't understand liquidity at all. Now let's connect this to the XRP rich list, because this is where it gets shocking. If you own just 2,400 XRP, guess what? You're already in the top 10% of holders worldwide. Let that sink in for a minute. You're ahead of 90% of the global XRP community. Now check this out. 8,300 XRP, top 5%. 10,700 XRP, top 4%. 15,600 XRP, top 3%. 25,000 XRP, top 2%. The 1% club starts at just 50,000 XRP. That's not billions. That's not even millions. That's a number within reach for regular investors. Go higher, 100,000 XRP, you say? Top 0.5%. 350,000 XRP, top 0.1%. And the ultra elite, 0.01%, around 7 million XRP. But here's the kicker. The number of people in these groups is tiny. We're talking fewer than 100,000 wallets worldwide in the 1% club. That's a single football stadium of people, positioned in an asset designed to move trillions of dollars daily. That's why the XRP rich list matters. It's not trivia. It's proof we are still unbelievably early. Imagine being told in the 1990s you could buy Amazon when most people laughed at e-commerce. They said it could never beat Walmart. Fast forward, who was right? Apple, Tesla, Netflix. Every single time the doubters said it can't be worth that much, every single time reality proved them wrong. It's the same playbook right now with XRP. They say the market cap's too big. They say $10 is impossible. But utility does not care about opinions. Utility drives demand. Demand drives inflow. Inflows drive price. And price creates market cap. That's the cycle, and it's happening again, ladies and gentlemen. Here's where XRP stands apart. This isn't a meme coin. This isn't hype. XRP is infrastructure. It solves a problem the world desperately needs fixed: instant, cheap global value transfer. Right now, cross-border payments take days. Trillions of dollars are locked up in idle accounts. Banks tax you with fees for the privilege of waiting. XRP wipes away all of that madness. Near instant borderless pennies in cost. And the tech, it already works. Ripple has the partnerships, the pilots, the proof. The only thing missing is the mass rollout that's on its way. And when that happens, when utility actually kicks in, demand for XRP liquidity is going to explode. And remember, supply is capped. So what moves? The price. But let's get real. Markets just don't move on logic. They move on psychology. People ignore assets when they're cheap. They laugh when they're early. They dismiss them as impossible until suddenly they FOMO in at the top. It happened with Bitcoin, with Ethereum. It sure happened with Tesla, and it will happen here. Just a few years ago, owning 2,400 XRP put you in the top. Well, now it takes 50,000 or more. The urgency becomes overwhelming. That's when adoption curves flip. slow, 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 and then suddenly instant. So let's bring this home. The XRP rich list isn't just numbers, it's an x ray of the future. Out of 8 billion people, fewer than 100,000 are in the top 1%. That's not mass adoption. That's not saturation. That's proof we are early. And when institutions step in, when regulations clear, when trillions pour in, these numbers will vanish. Getting into the top 10% won't take 2,400 XRP anymore. It will take tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands. That's the reality. That's the urgency. And that's the opportunity. So the only question left is this. Will you be part of the few who recognize it early, or will you be watching from the sidelines when it's already too late? The rich list has spoken. The rest is up to you. If this opened your eyes, smash the like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and most importantly, subscribe to the Crypto Republic. This is the only channel bringing you the truth about XRP, global banking moves, and the wealth transfer already unfolding. Don't just watch history happen. Stay informed, stay ahead, and stay in the Republic.